There's more reaction to the story everyone's talking about. The CEO caught on kiss cam at a Coldplay concert, snuggling with his head of human resources. Today, there are serious questions whether they will be forced to leave their job.
53 million views later, it's hard to believe this all began at a concert. No breaking news, no leaked email, just a typical Saturday night at Gillette Stadium. Thousands of Coldplay fans were dancing, singing, and unknowingly witnessing the downfall of a billion-dollar company live. The kiss cam rolled, the music played, and in just 15 seconds, an awkward arm around a shoulder, a slight flinch, and Chris Martin's casual comment turned two executives from respected leaders into the center of one of 2025's biggest corporate disasters.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
The woman who recorded the now viral Coldplay kiss cam video, capturing what appeared to be two executives cheating, is finally speaking out. Grace Springer, 28, was just another fan at the Boston concert when she captured the clip that's now been viewed over 53 million times. It could have disappeared overnight, but it didn't, because she posted it. And once TikTok grabbed it, the internet didn't just respond, it exploded. At the heart of it, Andy Byron, the married CEO of a billion-dollar AI company and father of three. But the woman next to him wasn't his wife, it was Kristen Catt, his newly hired head of HR. The video shows them frozen in place as the camera lingers. Then Chris Martin makes a joke. The crowd goes wild. The screen cuts. What the audience didn't realize was that this wasn't just an awkward moment. It was the start of a scandal so big, the New York Post named it Dumbatron. And most people still don't know the full story.
I could have never guessed that it would be such high-profile individuals in the video. I do feel sorry for their partners and spouses that they had to find out this way.
That's what Grace Springer, the woman who filmed the viral kiss cam moment, told Inside Edition. Just 28 years old, she said she almost didn't post it. "I thought it was a cute moment," she explained. But something about their body language gave her pause. Instead of waving or smiling, they stiffened. Andy recoiled. Kristen turned away. That was the moment everything shifted. Within minutes of posting, the comments section blew up. "Is that Andy Byron? Is that Kristen Kitt?" The clip went from wholesome to disastrous. Since then, Byron's wife has wiped her social media accounts. His kids are now caught in the chaos. Kristen, already facing criticism for her rapid rise within the company, is now under scrutiny that could threaten her entire career. And as shocking as it all seems, this was just the beginning.
You think if they had not tried to hide, Coldplay would have moved on?
100%. I think if they acted natural, no one would have thought twice. What a cute couple. I mean, I'm sure people in their inner circle might have caught something, but I definitely wouldn't have posted that video if the reaction wasn't the way that it was.
To fully understand how this blew up, you need to go back a few months, before the concert, before the kiss cam. Andy Byron wasn't just another tech CEO. He was Silicon Valley's rising star. Founder of Astronomer, an AI company that ballooned into a billion-dollar powerhouse. He had government contracts, adoring investors, keynote appearances that felt presidential. Publicly a visionary, privately described as cold and calculating. And then Kristen Catt joined the team. Hired as head of HR just 8 months before the infamous concert, her meteoric rise raised eyebrows, especially when she became a constant presence in Byron's inner circle. Whispers of favoritism began long before the kiss cam. Kristen often skipped traditional channels, appearing in high-level meetings unrelated to her role. Insiders say Byron personally sped up her hiring process, rewriting company policy to give her more control over staffing. That rubbed board members the wrong way, but no one spoke up. Kristen, divorced and known for her no-nonsense leadership, delivered results, but also crossed boundaries. At the time, it was seen as bold leadership. Now, it looks like the first sign of trouble. Every move she made is now being dissected. Leaked Slack messages. HR audits. The person tasked with protecting ethics is now the epicenter of a scandal threatening to bring the company down. The timing couldn't have been worse. Weeks before the concert, Astronomer was in the middle of global expansion talks, including a potential IPO. Fortune just listed them among the top 10 AI companies to watch. Andy Byron was the face of ethical AI. That image shattered. Inside Astronomer, morale has collapsed. One senior engineer reportedly stormed out mid-meeting saying, "If this is leadership, I'm done." Legals issued gag orders. PRs calling it a private matter, but nothing about it feels private. TikTok's drowning in memes, late-night hosts are cracking jokes, and insiders believe Byron's days as CEO are numbered. But the real twist: Coldplay's team has been contacted by Byron's lawyers. Yes, this scandal has taken a bizarre legal turn. Two entertainment lawyers, speaking off-record, say Byron's camp explored suing the band, or more likely, the production company. If true, it could blow up worse than the concert did. Byron's wife isn't amused. She's erased her social media. "Cheating is disgusting," one user wrote. "This man has kids. They'll grow up and see this." The idea that a joke caused reputational harm is weak legally, but it shows how desperate Byron's team is. If they can't fix the story, they'll try to shift the blame. But the internet's not buying it. Lawyering up just made Byron look guiltier. And fans are digging deeper. Now it's not just Byron and Kristen Kitt at risk, it's the whole company. Whistleblowers are leaking details. Internal emails. Slack screenshots. A source even claimed the pair were seen leaving a hotel together during a company retreat. At the time, no one questioned it. Now, every moment is under review. And it gets worse. Kristen's hiring may have bypassed the normal process entirely. One insider says she wasn't even on the board's shortlist. Byron allegedly inserted her name into the final round after finding her resume, 6 months after meeting her at a tech mixer and exchanging contact info. If true, this could lead to allegations of favoritism, policy abuse, even misconduct at the highest level. Kristen hasn't resigned, at least not yet. Sources say she's hired legal counsel and is negotiating a massive severance. One insider claims she has evidence, screenshots, emails, private messages that tell a different story. If any of it implies emotional manipulation or broken promises, this could become much bigger than a PR scandal. It could become a legal firestorm. And now analysts are asking, did the board know? Or worse, help cover it up? One former advisor told TechCrunch, "I'd be shocked if Andy did this alone." In scandals like this, it's rarely just one person. That quote alone has investors panicking. If the board knew, or helped bury it, the company could face lawsuits, investor exits, or even federal scrutiny. What began as a viral moment is spiraling into a textbook corporate collapse. The scandal has grown past Byron and Kristen. It's now a cultural wildfire. In just 3 days, #Dumbatron trended in 5 countries. Coldplay fan pages have turned into expose hubs. Even employees are anonymously posting reactions, some shocked, others laughing. The public isn't just watching, it's fueling the fire. And now the real question is no longer, what happened? It's, who's next? Because Byron's wife, she's done being silent.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Has become a warning shot etched across TikTok.
Though she hasn't made a formal statement, those close to her say she's already spoken with divorce attorneys, and things are getting ugly. One source told Page 6 she's humiliated. This wasn't just cheating. This was cheating in front of the world. Now there's talk she might sit down for a public interview, not to get revenge, but to tell her side of the story and what her marriage looked like in the months leading up to all this. Parenting groups are demanding accountability, warning about the psychological toll on Byron's teenage children. One viral post read, "Imagine being in high school and seeing your dad's affair blow up during a Coldplay concert. That's traumatic." This has gone far beyond office drama. It's now a very public family crisis. And Kristen, she's not hiding. 2 days ago, she was spotted outside a Boston law office with 2 well-known employment attorneys. That same day, ex-colleagues began defending her, calling her smart, composed, and possibly pressured into the relationship. The internet is now divided. Some see an imbalance of power. Others argue it was mutual. No one agrees on what's true. Some call Kristen a homewrecker. Others say she's being sacrificed to protect Byron. There's even a petition calling for Byron's resignation while Kristen gets a fair payout. And then this happened. Andy Byron showed up at work. Despite everything, he walked into Astronomer HQ like nothing had changed. No statement. No explanation. Just business as usual. But insiders say that's far from the case. One employee tweeted, "Feels like working inside a shipwreck, with cameras watching." PR has stopped responding to media. Legal is shutting down journalist inquiries. Major clients are quietly pulling contracts. One insider leaked a Fortune 100 termination clause triggered by executive misconduct. It's now been activated. Estimated losses: $50 million. This isn't just a PR crisis anymore. It's financial carnage. By the time the Coldplay confetti settled, the fallout had already rewritten lives. Andy Byron, once the polished face of a booming AI company, is now a cautionary tale. Kristen Catt, once an ambitious HR exec, is now under investigation. And what started as a light-hearted concert moment
Coldplay would have moved on?
100%. I think if they acted natural, no one would have thought twice. What a cute couple. I mean, I'm sure people in their inner circle might have caught something, but I definitely wouldn't have posted that video if the reaction wasn't the way that it was.
And maybe that's the most brutal truth of all. Once a moment hits the algorithm, it becomes unstoppable. Lawyers can't stop it. Silence won't erase it. Good intentions won't contain it. Once the machine grabs hold, the story spirals on its own. The only question left is, who's next? Subscribe for more.